Yickum. I have a piece of land. I am new to permaculture and farming. How do I start the process of evolution? It seems like I would need to start with the selection of species and then the assemblies they will fit into, so I can then begin to experiment and observe. Earthworks might be needed, but I think I should wait so I know what the earthworks should help fix. This is overwhelming. Where do I begin? How do I dedicate where to act when I have so little information to inform my decision? Well, Yickum, you're on the right track, because by the end of this course, you will know what to do. I can guarantee it. Tell me if you don't, and we'll get you through that final design exercise so you do, because that's how we've set it up. I know how you feel. It definitely isn't a matter of getting your species together, unless you want to get a little garden together. Get out there and do a tiny little garden. Get yourself some quick, fresh food. That'll help you feel better. That'll help you feel more secure and give you a lot of vitality. But out there on the farm, on the larger area, don't do that, because you'll get at all the wrong things in the wrong place at the wrong time. We can do all sorts of small work and learn which species work together. Your first approach, but please wait until you finish the course, because it'll be much easier then. But your general first approach before anything else is analyze your possibilities of water right across the site, access, and then structural positions. Water, access, structures. That's almost like a mantra of a permaculture designer prior to everything else. Of course, you've got to start with observation. You've got to be able to observe the land. You've got to understand where are the highest place I can position water. What's the highest, longest contour line of relevance? I can give you a little trick here. It's the lowest point on the highest boundary usually gives you the longest, highest contour line. Lowest point on the highest boundary, longest, highest contour line on most blocks of land. Now we're looking at how we can slow water up really high, spread it, soak it, and slow it right down as it moves through the landscape. How many other water storage and water soakage positions are there through a landscape? Water is very constant. There are many constants about water. It sits perfectly flat. It cools itself with evaporation at 100 degrees centigrade. That's when it starts to boil. It only moves at right angle to contour. It's most dense at 4 degrees centigrade, and then it expands as it freezes. These are all constants about water. Where there's water, there's life. It's a crucial part of everything you do. And when you make water easy on a system, on a landscape, on a farm, life for you gets easier. So, and water has duties to do, right? To perform. It's to procreate systems, to create life, and to produce in itself, aquaculture. And then also it can be used for power, to generate power, to move things around and move little wheels and do different power operations. So water is very, very crucial. So we start with water as a mainframe planning. Now access is very expensive, can be expensive to maintain, and needs to have multiple uses. So it can also catch water, create windbreaks, create funnel wind to our advantage if we want it, and create fire breaks and other things, and even store heat. But water has to harmonize first. You have to harmonize your water system first, and then access has to harmonize with the water pattern. So we go water, access. Now, once you've done your access is always more stable on contour in the way it directs water, in the way it reduces your maintenance. It might be more expensive initially, but then over time, remember we're putting permanent systems in, the access can be very, very cheap over its lifetime, because you very rarely have to maintain it when it's done well. And we'll talk all about that. Other than that, as close to contour or right down the middle of ridge lines, as long as they're not too steep, so we spread the water both ways. So there's specific patterns of access that we prefer because they reduce the maintenance over the lifetime of the product. So this is the thing about energy efficiency of product. It's always the extension of installation or manufacture over their lifetime. So if you can design access as a very, very long life before it needs maintenance, you save lots and lots of time, energy, and money. So water first, then access, and then structural positions become a little bit more obvious. you can see the advantages of certain positions, but also it may be a matter of economy. I can't afford the access to get there. I can't afford to install the infrastructure. So always go about it that way. Mainframe planning, water, access, structures.